changed her name. She said she got rid of her married name. She got another name now on social media. Mara Rogers or some shit like that.
Another day has come and gone in a world where I don't belong. Another week has passed me by. It's not because I didn't try. Nobody saw me walking, and nobody heard me talking. Seems like I gotta do wrong, gotta do wrong, gotta do wrong before they notice me. Another job that I just can't get. A nice apartment the landlord just won't rent. I go to bed, but my sleep just won't come. My belly's empty and my brain is numb. Nobody saw me walking, and nobody heard me talking. Seems like I gotta do wrong, gotta do wrong, gotta do wrong before they notice me. Seems like I got to do wrong before they notice me. I go to bed, but my sleep just won't come. My belly's empty and my brain is numb. Nobody saw me walking, and nobody heard me talking. Seems like I gotta do wrong, gotta do wrong, gotta do wrong before they notice me. Yes, I do.
Can you see where I'm at? Or do you got that you can see me, right? On your screen? Oh, okay. Hello. 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 Hey, you know what? That was the Whispers. That was the Whispers from like the late '60s, early '70s, and I played that for Ass Hustle to play it. Hustle Carter on the board, y'all. Just the Hustle and Wax Flow. Y'all know, Bub ain't here no more. So when y'all look up at the sign, just kind of, just remember him like a ghost in the machine. He disappeared. Bub, we love you, but you ain't here no more. But that song was seemed like I gotta do wrong by the Whispers, um, in honor of Gordon Harmon. Gordon Harmon was one of the original members of the Whispers, um, with Wilbur and Scotty, the twins. Um, they came from the Jordan Down Projects in L.A. I think Jordan Downs Projects was nice back then. Jordan Down Projects now they famous for what's that, Menace to Society? Yeah, buddy. Um, One of the best movies ever made, all time great, as far as I'm concerned. Um, that Dead Presidents. I was thinking about Dead Presidents yesterday. I said I'm going to have to watch that movie, man. And somebody told me it's a movie called Black and Blue on Hulu. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Master P.
Um,
Oh, it's another one.
It's another one about crooked cops. And this one lady, she a rookie cop. Yeah,
that wasn't Black and Blue. That was something else, but their names was Black and Blue.
Oh, okay, because that's what Darius told me. He said, "Yeah, I got to check it out." But Yeah, Gordon Harmon of the Whispers passed away, man. That's I remember that song. I was a young player back in the Himalayas back then. I had my high heel stack shoes on, man, the bell bottom plaid pants. Man, let me tell you, them was the days. Them was the days. But yeah, Gordon Harmon, he was a original member of the Whispers, and he passed away. He was 79 years old. Um, Adam Rich died yesterday. And for people, another 60s and 70s type era type of deal, even though you can get them in syndication, 8 is enough. Now, I can't name all the 8 of them damn kids that was in the family, like you can name all the Brady Bunch kids.
Yeah.
But all them ones and 8 is enough. And that wasn't no blended family. That was just dude had 8 babies with his wife. And they wasn't even black. But Adam Rich passed away yesterday. He was 54. He was a child star. And a lot of child stars from that era, they grew up and, once they wasn't stars no more, they kind of fell off and got into drugs and got into jail and got into trouble. And he had a rough life, but he passed away, man. Adam Rich, rest in peace. He was the youngest one. He was the cute youngest one of all the kids. Um, and Adam Rich passed away yesterday. Bernard Cow, he was 100. He hit a C note. Bernard Cow, he was a journalist for CNN. He worked for CBS News. He worked in the newspaper business back when they actually made newspapers and you read newspapers and you had local newspapers. Um, so Bernard Cow, he passed away. He was 100. This young lady, she was one of the best boxers in the world. Her name was Giselle Shalata. Shalata. She was 21. She died in a car wreck. Let's see who else we got. I mean, I just get this out of the way now. Taylor Lewis passed away. He was 22. This kid he played for BYU. He was 22. He died in a car wreck. He was a football player. Siana Koso. He was not Filipino, but I can't think of that nationality. But he passed away in a car wreck. Let's see who else. Andrea Thompson. That was Tristan Thompson's mother. She dropped dead of a heart attack. May she rest in peace. That was something, man. When I seen that, I'm like Tristan Thompson. And he not in the league right now because nobody picked him up this season. So I'm glad he wasn't in that position where, he had to drop everything and then go home to be with his family. He was there when it happened, so that was cool. Cass, um, Cass was 40. He was a music producer. Out of LA, he was 40. I think he got shot up in a car. Stay off the West Coast, East Coast rappers. Bootsy ain't lying to you people. But yeah, he died. He was 40 years old. Let me see. Edwin Shobola. Edwin Shobola. And this is really bad. They found him. He was missing. Not like Kanye. Kanye was at church. But we'll get to that. But Edwin Shobola, and he was in Nigeria, but they found him dead. They found him in a box on the side of the road. His remains. Yeah. He was a fashion designer. He was he got a clothing line. And a lot of his stuff sold over here. If y'all wasn't hip to him, but the thing was, he was gay, and he was an LGBTQ activist over in Africa. Yeah. And they don't play that over there, bro. In Egypt and Kenya and Nigeria, they just don't do that, man. They stick to the word and the rule, I guess, that You know, a woman and a man and a woman, and ain't nothing else happening. But you know, he was an activist over there. They found him dead in a box on the side of the road, and they identified it was him and his remains. So he was like maybe 28, 29. Um, this one was kind of heartfelt, but everybody know Judge Lynn Toner from divorce court.
Yeah.
She was actually, before she took that job, she was a judge in Cleveland Heights.
Oh yeah.
Yep, she was a juvenile judge up in Cleveland Heights for a long time. And she always talked about her husband, the Big E.
Yeah.
Well, her husband, the Big E, he passed away suddenly over the weekend. And I know she broke up because she loved that man and that man loved her. They had like a blended family. They had 3 kids together. He had 3 when he came in, and she took them kids in like they was hers. Um, so Judge Lynn Toner, we got you. We got you in Cleveland. We always got you in Cleveland because you part of this here. Um, you took that Cleveland and took it on national TV on divorce court. You wasn't playing. I seen her clown. You think Judge Mathis clown people? She clowned you for real and made you look bad in front of everything and everybody. Oh yeah. I just wanted to get that out the way because I mean that song. Seems like I got to do wrong. That's like he said, before they notice me. So I got to be a thug, criminal, crackhead fool before I could get some love. Now this was back in the, like I say, the late '60s, early '70s when they made that song. Um, and the Whispers, man, everybody know the Whispers from what's that? And the beat goes on. You know, everybody know them for that. But the Whispers been around a long, long, long time, longer than you think. Um, but there's no static radio. It's the voice of the revolution. There go Bub up on the picture, man. Look at Bub when he's smiling. It's the hustle and wax flow on No Static Radio, the voice of the revolution. You know, where we don't bring the static, but we sure enough bring the noise. So y'all know what's gonna be happening for the next whenever we decide to leave. Okay, we might do a 24-hour marathon. Bless you, brother. Hustle Carter on the board. I'm over here. So, you got the hustle over there and you got the wax over here, and it's flowing everywhere in between. 216-939-5007 is the numbers if you want to call us. I'm sending out information and stuff on Messenger. So if y'all get us on YouTube, Facebook Live, Messenger, TuneIn.com, Mixcloud.com, Mixler.com, and MediaQ.com. You can find us there, and you can call us at 216-939-5087. Um, the Browns finished 7-10. They lost to Pittsburgh yesterday, but they got a story on them too. But our sponsors are Lamont Avenue Wines, the Cleveland Rugby League, and Design Me Exclusively. Those are the sponsors. We power back Google. And if you power back Google, that means you got how many O's in your name? 2 O's and 2 G's. A big L and a big E. So we power back Google. No Static Radio, man. And I do this right before I move on to the Trauma Recovery Center. I just want to say one thing. COVID ain't went nowhere. COVID ain't going nowhere. So if y'all ain't got boosted, get boosted. Y'all need to get this together, man. Cause what's that other stuff? CRX, XRC, ABC, that flu stuff that's killing people. I got the Crystal Light too. Hustle got to rip it. We gonna do what we do over this way, man. But COVID ain't went nowhere, man. And there's you can wash your hands. I ain't washed my hands this much in my whole damn life since COVID started. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and your mouth. Stay at home when you're sick. Cover your cough and sneeze in your elbow. Deep down in your elbow so you don't do it on your hands and you touch somebody or touch something and get in your germs. Clean and disinfect frequently touched areas that include the inside of your car, light switches, whatever you touching a lot at your house or in here, clean and disinfected, people. You can visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This is brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station, No Static Radio, Voice of the Revolution. We ain't nothing but powered by Google, and we do what we do like we do how we do. I'm going to get this one out the way, too. First and third Saturday. You just missed the first Saturday of the month. 6812 Woodland Avenue, 10 to 2. Free meal at 11. Major Care Ministries, William Temple Church of God in Christ, and the Cleveland Food Bank. They giving away food. They got clothes giveaway for adults and children. Hot meal at 11. Once again, from 10 to 2. 6812 Woodland. You missed the first Saturday because that was this past Saturday. So you got a couple of weeks. Get your stuff together, man. They getting away big chicken. They ain't getting away no little chicken. They getting away big chicken, man.
Some of them eggs, the way y'all keep talking about the price of eggs.
Oh, let me tell you about them prices of eggs. My sister, I went up to Aldi for her yesterday.
Yeah.
And she was like, get some eggs. So we ain't got no eggs now. My mom was like, my mom used to get the ones with the 36 in it. And
yeah, that's
so,
what I get.
But see, I guess they
big box.
Yeah, they slipping, cause they ain't had no eggs. And I ain't seen no big 3624 pack in there since mom passed away. And I'm like, wow. I went up there and it just happened to be two ladies. They was getting eggs too, and they was like, these eggs, they cheap. I looked at that she said $4.44. She said, yeah, if you go to these other stores, they $5.29. And she said she was in Elyria and they was $5.75 for a dozen of eggs.
Yeah.
I'm like,
my dude Dave got chickens that lay eggs in Cleveland Heights.
That's what I told that lady. I said, I'm about to get me a chicken. I'm gonna get my own eggs. I'm gonna start selling eggs on the block.
Yeah.
Like they selling fentanyl and crack and meth. You gonna see the black man with the beard with the No Static Radio shirt on selling eggs. I'm gonna make some money, hustle. Tell you, man, that's the move, man. We gonna get a chicken. We gonna go up there, Dave, and we gonna get Dave to sell us one of them chickens.
He gonna say my chicken ain't been laying no eggs for some reason. My chicken ain't laid no eggs in 4 days.
You got to the fentanyl.
I don't know why your chicken ain't laying no eggs, Dave.
But yeah, man. We was laughing. I'm laughing, but then I'm serious because then I get a dozen eggs, and I don't know if people still do this, but when you get eggs, do you open it up to see if any of them is cracked?
That's what I do.
Because I still open it up.
I open that whole box. Like I said, I get that box with the 36 in it.
Yeah, the 36. That's the best way to go, bro.
I take that tape off and open that whole box up. Yeah.
But yeah, I opened the one that I had.
That's what you do in Tennessee. My grandma would say you open
You better open up because the one egg was cracked.
And if it's cracked, you take that cracked egg out and you put another good egg in there and keep it moving.
See, I put that shit back with the cracked egg in it and got me something that wasn't cracked.
That's how you do it.
I'm like, ain't that something, man? The price of egg was $4.44 when the lady was talking about it was cheap. I'm talking about last year, you could get eggs for $1.89. Yeah. The big ones.
Yep.
So, but hey, the pandemic did it. The pandemic caused everybody to be.
They said food going up in Cleveland. 2023 is going up. Ohio.
It's going up everywhere. They ain't only going up here.
So you can expect another increase.
Oh, long as the interest rates stay up and stuff stay high, people gonna get extra food stamps. Long as Joe Biden in there.
Man, Joe Biden ain't did nothing, man.
Joe Biden,
I hear people getting their food stamps cut, and they waiting on that March. Come March. Food stamps getting cut. Joe Biden ain't doing nothing. FanDuel, they heard us and answered our prayers. DraftKings, FanDuel, Joe Biden ain't gave us nothing. Ain't gave us no stimulus.
That's why they legalized
MGM. They said, let's go over there and stimulate. Let's go stimulate Ohio right quick.
With some online sports betting. Sports betting is legal in Ohio.
Now, if you fall off, it's on you, but we gonna stimulate y'all right quick.
Well, Swami been over there like, I don't know who you betting on, but I'm betting on Kansas City.
Yeah.
But speaking of gambling, this is the only show in Northeastern Ohio that will give you the midday lottery numbers. You better tune in to Channel 5 at 7:29 if you want to see the evening numbers. Yesterday they pulled 7-Eleven. They paid $2.3 million on 7-Eleven yesterday.
Ain't that about nothing.
Today's lottery number in the midday, January 9th. Oh, and before I get to this one, you noticed the pick 4 yesterday in the midday?
Yeah.
2381
Yeah.
was yesterday's date. 1823.
Yeah, sure was.
I noticed that this morning when I was looking at the board when I was up on 79th and Cedar. I was like, that was yesterday's date. But today, 816 was the pick 3. This one got me right here. 2180. My grandmother died on October the 28th, 2001 actually. And I would play 1028, but my friend Alicia, her birthday is 1208. She hit it. The one that be at Dave's working in the office. Yeah, she hit it today. But the pick 5 was 10628. If that 6 would have been an 8, I would have had it in the box. Because I played her birthday 12880 and 12888 because she was born 12/8/88. But if you notice one thing about these numbers today, 816, 2180, and the pick 5 had 10628. All those numbers are the same numbers. 816, 2 and 0. I was like, oh, okay, they was tricking yesterday with the date and the only thing different in the pick 4 today than what it was yesterday is the 0. If that would have been a 3, it would have been the same number.
Yeah.
So the Ohio Lottery, keep on doing what you're doing. Tomorrow night's, because tonight is Powerball, but tomorrow night's Make a Million is 1-point-something billion.
Yeah.
How many times have I sat here and I said, when one of them up to like $1 billion, soon as somebody win, the little old lady in Pasadena, when she win, the other one gonna go up. Now next Powerball gonna be $1 billion. They just playing like the yo-yo game to get people, because I think they all in cahoots with each other. They might be in with your boy FanDuel, MGM Grand Bet, with that other one, Sports Bet Ohio, DraftKings, all of them crooks. But tonight, college football championship game tonight is from SoFi Stadium in LA, right next to Hollywood Park, right next to the Forum, right next to the Staples Center in Inglewood. TCU will be playing the defending national champions, Georgia, the Georgia Bulldogs versus the TCU Horned Frogs. Now, I don't know what a damn Horned Frog is, but they playing for a championship tonight. They haven't won a championship since something like 1938. Yeah. So TCU thirsty. They thirsty. They win the championship tonight. You think they be setting Detroit on fire when they win championships?
Hey, I just need a whole lot of touchdowns on the passing side.
Oh boy, you gonna get it because TCU don't do nothing but throw. They throw the ball all over the park. And Georgia be throwing it over the park too. I mean, I like TCU's quarterback a lot better than Georgia's quarterback when they pass it. Both of them was Heisman finalists too, by the way. Along with Ohio State quarterback.
They got big eyes too. Get that one that hope both of them get 3 touchdowns apiece on the passing side.
Bro, let me let you know a little secret. I don't know about Georgia, but I know TCU gonna throw three touchdown passes. I know they gonna do it.
I got another one that say that both of them get 500 yards apiece on the passing side. I don't think I'm gonna bet that one though.
Leave that one alone.
That's 1,000 yards.
Because Georgia can't do it, but TCU can throw the ball for 500 yards, and they offense is designed to do that. But now, if you got one on there, and I haven't looked yet, that says 500 yards, 1,000 yards total offense between both teams, no matter how, running whatever, take that bet. Because this,
that's what I'm doing. I'm betting with like that. What it
Ohio
is,
State and Georgia, they had over 1,000 yards of offense in that game.
Yeah, that's all I'm doing is combined bets. I'm doing all combined bets.
Sports betting is legal in the state of Ohio now. People go online.
The new stimulus pack.
The new stimulus package, he said. Let me get the Trauma Recovery Center out of the way. The Trauma Recovery Center, it says violence can affect all parts of your life, sometimes in ways you can't see. Violence can affect the way you eat, sleep. It can cause you to lose focus, feel angry, afraid, use drugs, or drinking as a way to escape. Violence does not have to keep hurting. You can change your life starting now with help from the Trauma Recovery Center. Take control of your life. Today can be the day. The Trauma Recovery Center offers real help for real needs in real time. It's totally anonymous. They offer services in domestic violence, PTSD, safety, emotional support, food, clothes, and much more. Don't let violence control your life. You can break free, and the Trauma Recovery Center can help. Call 216-644-5487. If I don't say nothing else that you feel is important, that number is important. And I'm going to say it again, 216-644-5487. That's the Trauma Recovery Center. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They can give you the tools to help build your life and your health. Call today. It's 24/7. It's confidential. 216-644-5487. That's the Trauma Recovery Center. That ain't no joke, man. Because I was looking at some numbers and domestic violence this year over the holidays. Went up like 18% compared to last year during the pandemic, and it had went up like 40% last year. Keep hearing about these guys, man. They get mad, the woman leave them, they go and want to kill the woman and the babies, and they self-cowards. Y'all need to stop, man.
It's gonna keep going up till Joe Biden put some money in some people.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, the little secret is gonna be out of the bag. What you call them? The House of Representatives, they voted for Kevin McCarthy to be the new Speaker of the House. After 14 tries. He took 14 tries in damn near a week because he a Trumper, and he made all these concessions to Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, these racist crackers. Yep, I said it. Y'all know I'm going to say it. These racist crackers in Congress. And they talk about cutting Social Security, welfare. They talk about cutting $75 billion from the military budget. Now, Joe Biden going to have to do something. Kamala Harris going to have to do something.
I had to redo my portfolio to go with the gas and what's moving stuff. Because this is crazy.
The gas prices everybody like yo, man.
Yeah, because everybody else, man, they talking about we about to lay off 10,000 people. We about to lay off 20,000 people. Facebook, we about to lay off 50,000 people. Apple, everybody laying off, man. Google.
Because, I don't know why, because I know it's a money thing, like the Whisper said, it's a love thing. Well, I'm going to say it's a money thing up there in Washington. Because them people trying to make money, because, people was actually trying to get them to pay their damn fair share of taxes. Yeah. And them businesses don't want to do that. They ain't got time to play. Donald Trump paid $750 taxes twice between 2012 and 2018, I think. Yeah. $750, not thousands, not millions, not billions. $750 taxes. He knew all the loopholes and all the tax codes and all the crooked stuff. And Elon Muskie, Mr. Musty, put some of that Lume, that lady like showing that commercial, put some of that Lume on your arms, up under your nose, up under your tits. She said, put it in your butt crack. Like this. She said, put a little on your finger. And she a doctor, a real doctor. She did way too much, but they show her way too much too. Because I'm like, what happened to the just a right guard that you spray under your arm or some of that, what they call it, band or air that you just rub up under your arm. You can rub that shit in your butt crack too.
Nah, that's called, what that one used to say? That's called reach around and rinse it off. Wash that. Oh, grandma say you wash your tail.
Well, like that, wash your tail. Yeah. And the Red Fox used to tell the brothers, wash them wild hickory nuts. And you know what the name of that album Richard Pryor, not Richard Pryor, Red Fox had out? The name of the album was You Got to Wash Your Ass. Yeah. Oh man, Red Fox went off. He said, and fellas, after he talked about the women, and he wasn't talking about no damn Lume either. Yeah. He said, fellas, y'all got to wash them wild hickory nuts. Now I don't know what, well, who cares about the FCC or whatever, Federal Communications Commission. They ain't got no rights over this shit, I'm saying. And this is my view, just my opinion. These my jokes. Hustle got his own shit. No Static Radio. They just put a mic in front of us and they allow us to do this. So if you want to get mad, you can call 216-939-5087. Get mad at me.
Yeah, keep on. You don't know what's going on, man. All this new stuff, new age, space age pimping, trying to change the game up.
The game been switched up, changed up, turned around, backed around. Shit.
You talking about you can put this to your nah, you don't put that.
How you gonna now first of all, let me tell y'all, ask y'all something about Lume, because every time I ladies, 216-939-5087, Tamara Rogers, you can call in. Y'all can listen and watch on Facebook Live and ask questions and make y'all comments. Go to YouTube Live. Check us out. When you go to YouTube Live, hit that subscribe button. It's free. So y'all, we need people that's very.
It's even the proper way to wash up.
Yeah, you wash your ass. Who is this? I hope you. Yo, this is No Static Radio. This is the voice of the revolution. This is the Hustle and Flow show, and we be doing it. Oh, no, that's the Hustle and Flow. Now it's the Hustle and Wax Flow. This is our show. We talk about Lume. Y'all seen that commercial with that lady be on? What's your name? Where you call it from? Because I need your opinion on Lume. Go.
Hustle and Wax. This is Roland from UH calling.
My man, what's up? What's happening in University Heights, baby?
Not much. Sun is out. Nice day, considering that we're in almost to the middle of January. We're not buried under a whole bunch of snow and bitter cold temperatures out. So this is a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Yes. To God go all the praises, all the glory, and all the honor.
You best believe it, because if you ain't giving it to him, then you giving it to FanDuel, MGM Grand, the devil. You giving it to all the wrong people, baby.
Yeah, sports teams, politicians, so I'm not really up on, what did you say, the lady on the what now?
The Lume commercial. I know you don't have to see the commercial. Cause this Lume, this like little gel stuff for ladies. It's like a deodorant type of gel.
Put anywhere.
And then she said,
yeah. When she says it's good for taking care of older down there. Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah, you put it between your toes.
Yeah. I've seen that commercial.
Well, I'm like this. If you got to go through all them changes, you stink. Just take a bath. Yeah. What's up, Roland? The Browns been 7-10, man.
But here, before I get to that, on that topic, so I go to Class Fitness at least 3 to 4 times a week to work out. Man, you would be surprised how many people, male and female, come into the gym where I ain't talking about to the club or to a restaurant, come into the gym with cologne and or perfume on. I'm like, hello, y'all could work out and sweat and you know the worst smell is when that mixes. And I get it. I understand that everybody's there. Everybody's not there to work out. They're there to try to work something out. If you understand what I'm saying. But still,
we read between them lines.
Walked by me one time when I was there. I started to ask her, but I didn't do that. I started to ask her what was the name of that perfume. I wanted to buy it for my wife. So Man,
Lume.
it's strange out here, bro. It's strange. That's all I can say.
Real
The
stuff.
7-10 Browns.
7-10, baby. I said they were gonna be 10-7. I was wrong.
So here's where we start. Joe Woods is the fall
Gone.
guy. I'm not against him being fired, but the players have to take some of the responsibility for that too. How in the 17th game of the season, in the third year in this system, are you still having communication problems in the secondary that led to the Steelers' first touchdown that, to be honest with you, Wax, if you or I, if all we would have had to do was catch the ball, we could have scored on that.
Oh, I'd have caught that ball.
That's happening this season, last season, and the first season. So that's on them too, because by now you shouldn't be having those kind of problems. But the defense did not play up to par. But it's the same case you make for letting go of Woods. You can make an equally a strong case for letting go of Stefanski. Stefanski is an offensive coordinator masquerading as a head coach. Now, I know why they didn't get rid of him, because they want to give him one full season with Watson. But here's what I say, and interesting your take on this. Hire Brian Flores as the defensive coordinator. They requested
Gerard Mayo.
with Pittsburgh. They request permission with Pittsburgh to interview Brian Flores today for the defensive coordinator position. Hire him for two reasons. Three actually. One, he's a heck of a DC. All right.
He was a good head coach in Miami.
Yeah, he went to Miami and turned that defense around. Two, if you run Stefanski next year, you have his replacement already on staff. So in Brian Flores, because you want to hire somebody who's had head coaching experience. I don't want the quote hot coordinator guy anymore. And three, you give an African American coach a legitimate chance, not what they're doing down in Houston, because they set David Culley and last year and Lovie Smith this year up to fail. You give an African American coach a legitimate chance to head coach. Now, if it works out next year, great. Then Stefanski keeps his job, Flores is your DC, and you move on. But for those three reasons, that's why I would like to see him hire Brian Flores as their defensive coordinator.
Well, I'm like this. If it works, if they bring Brian Flores in here, it'll work, because you are going to tackle. And because the Browns got a big problem with tackling and assignments. Like you said, there was a guy wide open yesterday again. Let's go back to the New York Jets game, a game they should have won, but somebody was running wide open down the sideline. But
Carolina Panthers game, the first game of the year, 75-yard touchdown pass. That one too. Don't forget that one.
Yeah, but they what it is then they gonna give Kevin Stefanski all the credit, and I don't like that, cause okay, the dude in Miami, have you ever looked at Miami's coach? Don't he look like somebody they used to stuff in a locker in high school?
Yeah.
So how the hell is he a football coach on a pro level? He went in with Brian Flores players and Brian Flores' system, and that ain't too cool.
Well, I mean, that's happened before. John Gruden won the Super Bowl with Tampa with Tony Dungy's players. So,
won it all.
I can make the argument that Ryan Day went to the semifinals of the NCAA with
Urban Meyer's players.
Urban Meyer's players. So, I mean, that happens. But I'd like for them to bring Flores in here, like I said, because he's a heck of a defensive coordinator. And if they do run Stefanski next year, then you got his replacement right there on staff.
Oh,
now,
ain't no doubt.
If they do that, I don't know if Stefanski will be coaching looking over his shoulder, which in a way that's good because he needs to have some pressure put on him.
Yeah, because he is coaching this year, boy. Oh boy, he needs to be looking somewhere besides that piece of paper he got in his hand that he always got up to his mouth. That I don't know what plays he calling, because he calls some terrible games, bro. This year he called some terrible games. I mean,
Okay, so
really.
Nick Chubb in the first half was averaging 6 yards a carry.
Every game.
The ball 12 times yesterday. You were only down 20-7. You weren't down 30-7 when you had to throw every play. Why did they? Well, I don't even want to ask that question because we've been asking that question for the last 2 years. Why don't they run Nick Chubb more? Why don't they put Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt
in the backfield together?
At the same time? But you're not gonna have that problem anymore because Kareem Hunt played his last game yesterday for the Cleveland Browns, and he'll be somewhere else next year.
And so did Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah,
they
can
gone.
Go. I mean, he can go because he's still, his height was that play that he made in that bowl game exactly
against Michigan.
Against the team up north.
Yeah, he knocked the boy's shoes off. The one they used to call shoelaces or whatever they call him. He knocked his shoes off. I don't think we ever heard from him again either. The quarterback, that dude when he was quarterback in Michigan. And Clowney, that made Jadeveon Clowney a #1 pick. Was he a top 3 pick in the draft when he went to Houston?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, the Texans did, and his
one play.
He's been okay. I mean, he hasn't been anything out there. He's just been a little about average. That's about it. So, for him to run his mouth last week, Myles Garrett has played 3 less years than him and has 30 more sacks in his career. So you need to go and grab some bench and sit down and be quiet somewhere, son.
Yeah, well, the thing is, and I agree with you, that one play made him a top 3 pick in the draft. Mm-hmm. I mean, but the Kareem Hunt thing, man, that's gonna disappoint a lot of people because they never played him right. Actually, I don't think they gave him a chance. And he gonna leave. He gonna end up somewhere like with the New York Jets, up and coming team, or the Giants, and he gonna make them a contender, a big contender, more of a contender than what they are now, because the Jets and the Giants in the playoffs. So
yeah, the Jets need a quarterback, but he will really help them. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the Jets, they gonna get.
Cardinals go there.
Well, the Jets, they gonna get a quarterback this year. I mean, they bad at quarterbacks, man. They had the dude that ended up in Carolina. They got the Wilson dude. Everybody they pick, #1 or #2, they be bums.
Look for Derek Carr to wind up there, because the Raiders, he's played his last game as a Raider, and look for him to.
That wouldn't be a bad fit. That wouldn't be a bad fit for them. For Derek Carr to go to the Giants.
To the Jets.
To the Jets. Oh, yeah, Jets. Sorry about that.
They need a quarterback. Hey, wasn't your boy Bob, isn't he a Cowboy fan?
Yeah. How about them Cowboys?
Tell him the next time you talk to him that as long as Dak Prescott is under center,
they ain't going nowhere.
They will see Super Bowls on TV just like you and I.
Yeah, because Dak Prescott is a bum. And he got all that money. He a bum, man. He good for 2 interceptions a game. Every game.
Think about it. He missed how many games? 4 games this year, and he at the end of the year
6 last year.
Leading the league in interceptions.
6 games last year.
Yeah, this year he missed 4 games, and he wound up leading the league in interceptions. So
all I got to say about that is, oh well, I hate Dallas anyway. And I was.
They lose to the GOAT this weekend.
Oh, they gonna lose, bro. They gonna lose, and they gonna lose. Tampa Bay gonna beat them, and you call Tom Brady the GOAT. I just think, nah, I don't care. He got 6 Super Bowls. So what? Take away the tuck rule, and he only got maybe 5, maybe 4. I'm gonna say the greatest quarterback in football history, NFL history, is Otto Brown. I never saw him play, but now for me, as far as pure quarterback skill,
though he didn't win the championship, but as far as pure quarterback skills, my favorite one of all time is Dan Marino. He can make every throw. He got rid of that ball so quick that he rarely gets sacked. Didn't throw a lot of interceptions, but the team that he was on, they just didn't have the defense that they needed to win Super Bowl when he was playing. But
You know what? And I don't mean to cut you off, but just think if Dan Marino would have been on New England. I mean, really, they might have won 7 Super Bowls, bro.
yeah,
8 Super Bowls. Because Dan Marino is head and shoulders way better than Tom Brady. I'm sorry.
This is the pure passer and everything else. Yes. And neither one of them was, real mobile, so you can't say Brady was you have him there. But yeah, and the last thing I want to say, a typical Browns move. They disassociated themselves with Bernie Kosar yesterday.
They fired Bernie.
That's a typical move. And he, first of all, he bet the money for a charity. It wasn't like he was gambling, trying to make money. And they could have handled that a lot better than what they did. So on the heels of losing to who you lost to yesterday, you just went out and compounded it more by
firing the Cleveland Browns legend. How you gonna fire Bernie Kosar because he bet some money and won, and the money was going to a charity? Right. Now, NFL charities, they steal money all the time, and I know they don't be giving all that money to charities. I don't care what nobody say. Somebody pocketing some of that money. Now, Bernie give all his money to charity. Now he gonna start giving it to Dallas, to the University of Miami Hurricanes, all the stuff he was giving to Cleveland, which this was the same guy who went to college, graduated in 3 years, won a national championship, and said, I want to go play for the Cleveland Browns.
He came out in the supplemental draft. He didn't even go to the regular draft. Came out in the supplemental draft because he wanted to play for the Browns. So,
and won how many division championships and went to 2 AFC championship games?
I can't even put it like this. The last time that the Browns won the AFC North, well, no, I take that back because they won it in 2000. No, they did. They were a wild card team.
They was a wild card team, bro. Baltimore won the division.
Because that was the year they lost to Pittsburgh in that playoff game when they had the big lead at halftime in 2002. So the last time that the Cleveland Browns won a division title, think about this, everybody listening to this show, was 1989.
Bernie was the quarterback, wasn't he? Or did they have test of Bernie?
Yeah, he was the quarterback. 1989, that was the last year that the Browns won the division title. Was in 1989, because when Belichick made the playoff in 94, they were a wild card team. When they made the playoff in 2002, they were a wild card team. And both of those years, they lost to Pittsburgh in the wild card round. That first one, Testaverde was the quarterback, and the last one is when they had that huge lead and choked the game away against
Buffalo.
People, not Roethlisberger or anybody, Tommy Maddox. I'm still not over that. That was the same weekend the Buckeyes beat Miami. The Buckeyes beat Miami on Friday Cryami, I should say, beat Cryami on Friday to win the national title. And that Sunday, the Browns had a 17-point lead in the second half against the Steelers in Pittsburgh in the playoff game and choked the game away against Tommy freaking Maddox.
Tommy
Maddox.
Tommy
not
Maddox.
Terry Bradshaw. Tommy Maddox.
Not even Terry Hanratty. Not even Bubby Brister.
No.
But you know what?
Not even Joe Gilliam, for that matter. Tommy Maddox.
You know one thing about touchdown Tommy Maddox? Who did he follow at UCLA?
Troy Aikman.
Yep. And they thought he was going to be the next best thing. Tommy Maddox, he was out of the NFL quicker than quick. Did Denver draft him, and then he went to Pittsburgh or something?
He drafted him, and then he came to Pittsburgh, played there a few years. Because put it like this, you know who he lost his? No, never mind. He was before him. I was going to say he lost his job to Neil O'Donnell, but Neil O'Donnell was before.
Yeah,
him.
he was before him. Neil O'Donnell was a bomb too.
Yeah, and then he actually took them to the Super Bowl.
You know who he remind me of, he remind me so much of Joe Flacco. When Joe Flacco first came out, I said he ain't nothing but Neil O'Donnell.
Yeah, so so the Browns have not won a division title in 11 and 22. Last year was 22, so we haven't started the 23 season yet. So the Browns have not won a division title in 33 seasons. Now this will be.
And Bernie was the quarterback.
And Bernie Kosar was the quarterback. When he was here, they won the division title in 85, 86. They were a wild card team in they won it in 87.
They won it in 87.
Team in 88. They won it in 89.
Yeah, because them were some years, man. I remember the drive. I was at the stadium, and what's his name? Rich Carlos missed the kick, and the ref said, "Let's get out of here. Let's just say he made it," and they ran off the field, man.
Yeah, I was at that game. I was sitting in the dog pound watching Elway come at us.
Yeah, I was standing right there too. I was like, we were right by each other somewhere over there in the bleachers. Because there wasn't no dog pound then. It was the bleacher section. And that, thank you, brother, for running me down memory lane. Boy, you brought up touchdown Tommy Maddox, Neil O'Donnell, all bums. And see, the thing with Hunt, it's the same thing with Bernie. Hunt, he actually wants to be here, man. You don't get too many people with.
Your coach can't figure out how to use them.
Well, fire the coach, because they got too much talent on the offensive side of the ball in the backfield alone to not know how to use them. Just like when they had Ernest Biner and Kevin Mack, they both was in the backfield at the same time. They had 2,000-yard rushers. I don't think a team has done that since.
And to your point, and no disrespect to either one of them, Nick Chubb is better than both of them.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
And that's no disrespect to Mack and Biner, but
they had 1,000-yard years, bro. They had 1,000-yard years when football was football. But Nick Chubb is better than both of them. Nick Chubb is the third best, greatest running back in Cleveland Browns history. Jim Brown, Leroy Kelly, and Nick Chubb.
With Nick Chubb, I agree. I didn't see Marion Motley play, so I can't comment on him. But the three best I've seen are in that order:
Jim Brown, Leroy Kelly, and Nick Chubb.
Leroy Kelly and Nick Chubb. So I'm gonna leave you with this one, and you all can talk about it if you want to when I hang up. Don't be surprised if the Browns in the off season go after and make a strong move to try to get DeAndre Hopkins from the Arizona Cardinals to reunite him with Deshaun Watson to give them the big play receiver that they don't have. Amari Cooper is a great route runner.
He all right.
An intermediate, but he's not an over-the-top guy. And, same with DPJ.
Yeah, he ain't none of them, bruh. Ain't none of them DeAndre Hopkins. Trust me.
If you get D-Hop here.
They got a chance.
You got a guy that can take the top off the defense. So I think that's what they're going to try to do. But
well, actually, I read that. All right, thanks, brother, for calling, man. Anytime, man. That's Roland from University Heights, y'all. He always bringing something that's gonna keep us in the mix and keep our brains circulating. But I read that last week about the Browns going for DeAndre Hopkins. They should go for him. By the way, the Houston Texans, they fired Lovie Smith, who's a damn good football coach, after 1 year. He didn't even have a chance. He didn't have no players. What's his name? The one for Arizona. Cliff Kingsbury, the dude that wasn't never no real good coach, they fired his ass.
Yeah.
He should have been fired. They should fire Kevin Stefanski, the Dolphins coach. If you see the Miami Dolphins when they play this weekend, everybody please look at their coach because he looked like somebody that they stuffed in the locker in high school. I mean, he looked like it today, not back in high school. He looked like somebody that, the dude that, everybody be like, oh, here he come, y'all. And he know what's going to happen, so he just take his glasses off, put them in his glasses protector, and get stuffed in the locker. That's what they coach look like. But Cliff Kingsbury got fired. My boy Lovie Smith got fired. That's crazy. That's crazy. Joe Woods got fired. Now that's cool. I hate to see somebody get into unemployment. Now I wonder what his unemployment check gonna look like. Cause he make about $900,000 a year, so he gonna get about $750,000 a week in unemployment if he know how to scam the system right.
So I done finished these bets up. I wonder what this check gonna look like after this game.
It's No Static Radio, y'all. This is the voice of the revolution.
I'm gonna need
Wax.
TCU, man. I'm gonna need you to get out there.
TCU gonna win the championship tonight. You heard it here first.
I need to get over 500 yards passing.
Oh, shoot, they could do that easy. They do that every. They do that. They get 400 something every game.
That's what I need. I need 500 yards.
You know what? I think if TCU defense play like they played against Michigan, the Bums, I think they'll blow Georgia out. I really actually do. I think they will blow Georgia out. Because TCU ain't no joke. Now, the thing with TCU is when TCU get a big lead, for some reason they always relax. Either they come out and they get behind and they have to come back.
I just need 6 touchdowns passing. I need 500 yards.
Total offense.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got a good chance, bro. He mentioned that they fired Bernie Kosar. The Browns, man, they stupid. When they first started the sports betting in Ohio, Bernie Kosar placed the first bet.
Yeah.
And he did it. It was live, and he bet $19,000.
Yeah.
He won. He gave the money to charity.
Yeah.
He had a nice little parlay. He made some money. I know Bernie put some of that money in his pocket. Bernie ain't no fool.
Yeah.
But he gave the money to charity, and the Browns, they fired him.
Yeah.
How you gonna fire a legend for doing something good for somebody and it don't make? Forget about it. Forget about it. I'm gonna be Go Soprano. Forget about it. Let me see what else I got. Like I said, COVID ain't going nowhere, y'all. Let me see. Oh, first of all, continue to get better, DeMar Hamlin. Cause
I was about to say so much that happened since last week. It's so much.
Oh, Monday night was crazy because that's when he went into cardiac arrest on the field in the Monday night game. I was watching that, but everybody was texting about Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell hit 71 points in the game. Yeah. That's the 8th highest total scored in the NBA game. Cause you got Wilt, he got about 5 of them, 100 points. 60 points, all that. Kobe got 82. What's the boy name in Phoenix? Devin Booker hit 70 a couple of years ago. But you know what was funny? And I told my dude this. He called me from Virginia Beach. Not Mason, my other dude, Jerry. He called me yesterday, and we was talking about it. I said, "Did you know this? The next day they drug tested Donovan Mitchell."
Yeah. I'm gonna say you gotta be on drugs to be that good.
You hit that many shots, bro.
Then came back and didn't even score a damn 20.
But that's some dirty stuff because I can say some players in the NBA that need to be drug tested for PEDs, not weed. Because NBA they basically just test for weed, and they be faking on that because half the NBA smoke weed. And they nobody gets suspended for it, but they need James Harden for sure.
Little baby.
Little baby
don't even play in the NBA, but he still like to play in the NBA.
Little baby have front row seats anywhere Philadelphia play, and anywhere he want to play too, where he want to go. Yeah. But LeBron James taking something. He been taking something for years now. They ain't never tested LeBron James. And there's a few other players out there. And don't be talking about because I hate LeBron James. No, LeBron James been taking some PEDs. I don't give a damn what nobody say. There's no static radio. This is the voice of the revolution. This is the hustle and wax flow.
And Bronny.
and Bronny too. And Bryce too.
Bronny gonna have to take something if he want to get to the league. Bron talking about I gotta wait till Bronny comes.
Well, you gonna be waiting, bro, because Bronny ain't coming. Only Bronny you gonna see is the Bronny commercial with them paper towels at halftime, bro.
Y'all gonna be playing up when you go Yugoslavia. Y'all gonna be playing up
in Russia with Brittany Griner. Did you see the video of Brittany Griner though, man? She was at home. She was at by a swimming pool, and you know how they had them little baskets up in the pool, and she was shooting baskets. But she had her shirt off.
Oh yeah.
She had her breast removed.
Yeah, I seen that, and I thought that was a dude for real.
I thought it was too.
Yep, and she doing different shots at the pool. There's a little dog in there too.
Yeah, but first of all, they put Brittany Griner in the wrong gulag prison in Russia. They should put her in there with the man.
Yeah.
And she still should be in there too. Brittany Griner, you broke the law.
Yeah.
Let me see. DeMar Hamlin, please get better, man. He getting better. Yeah. He watched the game. He had a charity that he was raising money for these 3 little boys in his hometown. They didn't get nothing for Christmas, or their house burnt down for Christmas. All their stuff got burnt up.
Yeah.
At the time, before this happened, he had just started it. It had $750 in it. That shit got over $3 million in it now.
Yeah, that's what's up.
That's cool, because, I mean, you know, and he the type of guy, you know, they going to give it to the right people. They going to give it away. They ain't going to put none in their pockets, Joe Biden. Yeah. Make me have to go out here and get a FanDuel account and an MGM bet account and all this stuff, man. Shoot, don't you know I'm an addict? I'm a drug addict, alcoholic. I might have 33 years. I might have 32. I had 33 years. What you call that? This month.
Yeah, that's
so,
all right.
On the 15th. But however, that boy, man.
They want $3 million. That's what's up, man.
This
dude don't come through in his mama longer for next 2 times.
Oh yeah,
his mama don't come through the next 2 times.
Yeah, they from Florida though. DeMar Hamlin them. Peyton Hillis used to play for the Browns.
Yeah.
He jumped in some water. It wasn't no swimming pool. I think it was like a lake or something like that, to save his kids from drowning.
Yeah.
He saved his kids, and he been in the hospital in critical condition ever since. Pray for Peyton Hillis, y'all. Not only for DeMar Hamlin. Pray for Peyton Hillis. Peyton Hillis was a cool dude when he was here. And he did a lot. He'd come in the hood doing stuff. White dude. He didn't care. He was doing what he thought was right. But he jumped in the water, saved his kids from drowning, and damn near drowned himself. And he in critical condition. So pray for Peyton Hillis. Yeah. Like I said, tonight, you got TCU versus Georgia. I got TCU. Ohio State Buckeyes. I love them. I'll go here right now. The Cleveland Cavaliers, y'all, their record right now at this point in the season, 21 wins and 15 losses. That's on pace to win 52 games. And I think they're gonna win at least 50. So, and right now, if the playoffs started today, which I hate saying that, if they sat out on TV, because we know the playoffs ain't gonna start today. But if they did, the Cavs will be the number 3 seed in the Eastern Conference. Chris Beard. Remember I talked about Chris Beard, the coach for the University of Texas?
Yeah.
Over the Thanksgiving holiday, he was having some issues with his woman, his fiancée, his financier, whatever you want to call it, and he choked her ass at Thanksgiving dinner. I mean, put his hands around her neck, Daffy Duck style, and choked, and the tongue came out, and the handprints was all on the neck. So The police came, they arrested him.
What they say, you know, the emoji that got like that. they said that's not the heart emoji. That's my hand.
That's her hands around your damn neck. They was name, man.
Oh, man.
Well, Texas, they suspended him without pay, and he just took the Texas job. And the Texas job was, I mean, he actually went to Texas. He coached Texas Tech to the Final Four about 3 years ago when Virginia won the championship. He left Texas Tech and he went to Texas, and Texas put him on paid leave. Guess what they did over the weekend? They fired his ass, and they fired him, and he had he was getting something like $4.5 million a year for like the next 5 years.
Yeah.
They fired him with cause. He ain't getting a penny of it. He ain't getting a penny of it.
No guaranteed money.
No guaranteed money. No whammy. You don't go past go. You know, he got the whammy. Big money, no whammies. He got the whammy.
You better get off FanDuel.
There's no static radio, y'all. The voice of the revolution. There's the hustle and wax flow. We knew, but we owe. Yeah, he could put more than $10 in there to start his off. But then his woman gonna say, I don't want to press charges. You know, when the police come and they arrest somebody on domestic violence charge, you ain't got to worry about pressing charges, baby. The prosecutor picking it up. So you ain't got to worry about it. You ain't got to press charges now because they seen the pictures of his fingerprints around your neck.
And they're going to put an order of protection. You ain't got to worry about that. They're going to put that out there.
She ain't got to worry about personal charges. Yeah. The prosecutor done picked it up. He done got fired from his baby, you got him fired from his $4.5 million a year job. And I don't know what you said to him. You might have said the turkey was dry, and you might have said, I like dressing, I don't like stuffing. Something happened because he put his hands around your throat like this. Like that heart symbol, yeah. That's a lie. That's my hands around your throat. So anytime y'all see that, somebody smiling.
Go to court. What happened to my dude in Tennessee? They didn't go to court. His girl told me, I don't want to press charges, and I don't want it that they go to court. She talking about I didn't want that order of protection on her. It was like, well, since you want to drop the order of protection, you got to pay for it.
Oh,
yeah, that's how they do it. That's how they do it.
Oh, baby. Yeah. I know she was like, damn, that was a big mistake. Yeah. In the Buffalo game, I don't know what dude's name was. Dude was fast as hell. They say he was running at the speed of 23 miles per hour. But he ran back 2 kickoffs in one game. That's the game when they came out and they got all hyped up for Damar Hamlin and everything. Yeah. This fool took the first kickoff and ran that back 96 yards for a touchdown. Then he ran another one back. And I'm sorry, I can't say, I can look his name up, I can Google him, but I ain't doing all that. But Buffalo, Kansas City is the number 1 seed in the AFC. Buffalo is second. Cincinnati is third. Because here go the matchups for the playoffs. I wrote them down. Buffalo will be playing Miami. That's a division game. Cincinnati will be playing Baltimore. That's a division game. The Los Angeles Chargers will be playing the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars, man, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Vrabel quit the Tennessee Titans, walk away. Yeah. Because, well, he wouldn't quit because he ain't no quitter. But resign because when they let A.J. Brown go to Philadelphia for nothing, who had like 1,000 and something yards receiving and damn near 1,000 touchdowns, and Mike Vrabel, he was going to quit then when they let him go. But I don't know, they talked to him. I guess they kind of cleared the air. But they lost the division to the Jacksonville Jaguars. With the quarterback, he got hair that don't care. The one looked like Marilyn Manson. The one who got beaten, he got beat in the the FTX, the crypto shit. Yeah. He lost a lot of money in that. But Trevor Lawrence, that's his name. But yeah, so. But I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Vrabel resigned from Tennessee Titans. And if he do, Ohio State should fire their coach immediately, or the Browns should fire their coach immediately, and he should come back home to Ohio. and work in his home state. Let me see. We got a lot of stuff. Actually, it was the last week of regular season play. Jacksonville won, they got in the playoffs. Kansas City won, they the number 1 seed. Miami won, that put Pittsburgh out of the playoffs. So all the people from Pittsburgh that was happy and everything when Miami kicked that field goal, all the fans in that stadium just got quiet. They started going home. So it didn't matter if Pittsburgh beat the Browns yesterday. So Miami going in the playoff. Buffalo, they the number 2 seed. Minnesota won, they the number 2 seed in the NFC. Carolina won. The Texans won. They fired Lovie Smith, their coach, which was crazy. He ain't had no players. He had 1 year. He fired him. That's racist as hell. Racist at NFL. The Atlanta Falcons won. The Dirty Birds. The Detroit Lions beat the Green Bay Packers, and that kept Green Bay out of the playoffs. Detroit ended up with a winning record. 9 wins, 8 losses. 9 wins, 8 losses. Cleveland was 7-10. They got more talent than Detroit. The only thing Detroit got that Cleveland ain't got is a better coach. Okay, Seattle won. When Seattle won, they got into the playoffs. They needed a little help. They got the little help they needed. Denver, they won. And Houston, they won. Now, let me say this about the Houston Texans. Now, if the Houston Texans, and they terrible, if they would have lost yesterday, they would have got the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
They dumbasses came back and won the game. And now they got the number 2 pick, and Chicago Bears got the number 1 pick. That, man, don't y'all know how to lay down? Don't y'all know how to fake? I mean, I know this ain't WWE wrestling and nothing, but damn. Y'all should have faked the funk on that. Y'all could have had the number 1 pick in the damn draft, dummies. Let me see.
Doing too much.
They were doing way too much. Let me see. San Francisco played Seattle in that playoff game. Where was I at? Chargers played Jacksonville. And Kansas City and what's their name? Not San Francisco. Philadelphia, they get a bye. So they get to sit out the first week. They had the 2 best records in each conference. So those are the games that's coming up in the playoffs. The Browns are finished 7-10. I thought they would at least finish 10-7. But I ain't sitting up here lying, talking about I'm the Swami either. So sometimes you pick the wrong games, and sometimes you pick the wrong games. And I picked the Browns wrong a whole lot of times. Even though I didn't bet no money on the Browns this year, I've learned my lesson about betting on the Browns. Please believe. Ain't no dough coming out of my pocket going to them clowns. Let me see. 216-939-5087 is the number. This is No Static Radio. This is the voice of the revolution. Hustle and wax, and we flowing. Because what they call that shit? Sports betting is illegal. It's legal in the state of Ohio. And all they need is some recreational weed. This state will be like everybody else. Alive and kicking, like that song by Simple Minds said. Let me see what else I got. I got something else. I'm gonna get to Dana White. You know about Dana White. You seen Dana White slapping his wife around?
Yeah.
And ESPN, and ain't nobody say nothing about it. We gonna get to Dana White like right quick. Right after this. I'm looking for something. COVID ain't went nowhere, y'all. Oh. Did you see and it was all over, the internet ain't shit. Hey, I feel something today too. The security guard in Dave's,
yeah,
he caught this lady stealing. First he caught a dude stealing. And what dude did, he threatened the cashier girl. And dude, he looked like, remember the Road Warriors, the wrestlers?
Yeah. He
looked like the one with the long beard down. He looked like him, built like him. He grabbed dude by the back of his collar and the back of his pants and took him straight on out the stove and threw. He almost got ran over by a car. But then 5 minutes later, because me and Darius were standing up there and we was talking, I was waiting for the number to come out. I didn't hit that shit, but oh well. All is well that ends well. But then this lady, you know how they got the little things you ride around on?
Yeah.
She riding around that on her big ass, and she's a big bag. She not only had a big ass, she had a big everything. She definitely looked like she needed some Lume.
Yeah.
I ain't talking about getting no tip of her finger. She should have put that shit all on her hand and got the rubbing. But she tried to steal $250 worth of meat.
Yeah.
Got caught.
Damn.
And dude, the road warrior, he snatched her. He tried, he was telling her to leave the store. She was talking, screaming, and hollering. She was getting loud.
Yeah.
So she pushed off on dude. When she pushed off on dude, like, okay, he got to grabbing her. You know how when you coming down the cashier lines, they got that charcoal right there. They got that rock salt right there. And rock salt is the stuff for y'all people living in the South that they throw on the road to melt snow. I know y'all throw sand down there, close the whole city. But they had them big pallets of that. Then they had big pallets of the water. Yeah. Believe you me, he bounced her off them charcoals, that rock salt, them waters, all the way out the door. Then them little benches when you first go out, they over there. I got it on tape, bro. I filmed it. I don't give a damn. And somebody said, well, don't do that because you're going to put that on Facebook. I said, I ain't going to put it on Facebook. I said, this for me and Hustle to laugh about. Well, I don't have to share this on Facebook. Facebook and Instagram got enough crazy stuff on there. They don't need this. But he bounced her. They was tussling. She was fighting dude back. And I'm like, why is you fighting him back? That's a big white boy that looked like he used to be in the WWF. He was one of the Road Warriors. And then he finally got her ass outside. Tossed her. Do you know she called the police?
Yeah.
And told the police that dude assaulted her in there. And they counted up, because they had to put it back on the shelves because she ran it all through the self-checkout and got in the thing. She didn't even have it in bags, cuz. She just had it sitting in the basket and we're going to try to drive out. They added that shit up. That shit came up to $249.36.
The highest food is now. Shit, you can't even get people food stamp card and get you.
Whatever
happened, man? You remember the crackheads used to come with the ribeye steaks?
Oh man, they retired, man.
Man, they need to come back.
They need to, but they ain't. I mean, remember the Puerto Rican girls I used to have? They was cool. Yeah. They used to call me every month. I got $300 worth. I got $400 worth. It was over 4 of them. And every time 2 of them want to sell their stamps every month. Yeah. I'm like, man, I ain't heard from them in so long, man.
Yeah, it's treacherous out here.
Man,
you used to go find the crackhead back in the day.
The crackheads used to be in front of the store and they'd say, hey, I got
these ribeyes.
No, they mama used to say, I got $200 on this stamp card, bro. All you got to do is give me $75. Huh? Yeah. Let's go in the store, dog. Then you get them food ones that say they want dollar for dollar. You a crackhead, man. Yeah. And I ain't got nothing against crackheads because I smoked a whole lot of damn crack in my day. But you ain't going to trick me, man. Dollar for dollar.
I spend my own money.
Is that the case? What are you talking about, man? Get out of here, man. Go on with that, bro. But no, old girl, man, she shouldn't have been trying to tussle with that officer because she ain't have a chance.
Y'all need to let her get away with that meat, man, so she can.
She could have sold. Oh man, she had ribeye, she had big roast beef. I was looking out, like, damn, she was about to go make some money out here in these streets. She was gonna make some money out here in these streets.
You definitely would have made it from hustling.
Sure. Would have made it from me. Shit. I'm just down there trying to buy some donuts. Dana White, he's the head of the what you call that? The UFC. Ultimate Fighting Championship. He beat his wife up. Wait, first I got to go back to this. I know I asked this question a lot. Because it behooves me. Yeah. It just behooves me that. Don't they know everybody got one of these right here? Crackheads got these right here. Homeless people, bums. And they know soon as they hear voices going up, this is what they do. Click and they start pointing.
But and they don't be thinking about that when they go into Roy Rage.
He must have been like Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon got popped for Roy.
When that rage kick in.
He slapped his wife. He slapped her around. put his hands on her. I ain't heard about. Well, she's smart enough that she ain't gonna go do that. I'm pressing charges. Then I don't want to press charges. That type of stuff. But she know where her bread is buttered. Now it might be getting slapped on her, but you know that she didn't press no charges. But the thing is, it was there for everybody to see. And Kyle Kuzma played for he played for the Lakers. He played for the Washington Wizards now. He was like, if I would have threw a French fry at my woman and it hit her, the police would have arrested me for domestic violence. He said Dana White, the ESPN, because they got a big contract with ESPN. Said ain't none of the major networks, ain't none of the major casinos said nothing. Nothing. Stephen A. Smith bitch ass ain't even said nothing. Dana White assaulted his woman. I mean, he slapped her in her damn face, open-handed, and was on the little choke side. It was a lightweight choke. It wasn't like this type of the heart choke. It was kind of like a little sideways choke. But he went to choke her, and it was in the dudes that was around him, they didn't even try to stop him. So the roid rage, I ain't heard that one in a minute since Vince McMahon got popped from WWE. And now that he quit taking steroids, he looked like a freaking shriveled up prune.
He was too. He's 77 years old.
Yeah, but he was looking good at 70 when he was taking them roids before he got popped.
All them roids and sun-tanning and all that shit.
Yeah, this thing is like right in front of my face. You know that?
He was 70-something years old.
Yeah, well, guess what? He's 70-something years old. He look like a shriveled up prune. Nah, bro. Because I'm noticing this thing right here. This is sitting right in front of my face on this damn camera. That don't make no sense. Let me see if I can shift a little bit like this. Is that better, people? There's no static radio. This is the voice of the revolution. This is the hustle and wax flow. We here. Bub ain't. But we here. Dana White, man, he should be brought up on some charges, man. ESPN them, if a football player did that or if LeBron James did that, guess what? They're going to be suspended by the league. They're going to get fined a whole bunch of money, and they're going to get charges pressed against them.
Yep.
But Dana White.
And lose their endorsements.
And lose endorsements.
Chips. Chips. Got to start over again.
All over from scratch.
Like Tiger Woods.
But Tiger Woods got his billions back.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got to start
But yeah, he had to start over. He should be a billionaire again.
Like Kobe Bryant had to start over.
And rest in peace, Kobe. Because I don't know what you and that white girl were doing in that damn hotel room. But if it ain't your wife, it ain't right. That's all I'm saying about that one. But no, Dana White should be brought up on charges, bro. He should be brought up on charges. And, I mean, ESPN, they not going to sanction him because they getting too much money from that contract with UFC. The major networks ain't saying nothing. The casinos, the only thing they talking about is FanDuel. We put up $10, we give you $200. Man, let me tell you, Dana White, you are a criminal. You beat up your wife in public. So I don't know what you're doing to her behind closed doors when she say, when you talk about the eggs is running, you cracking over the head with plates and stuff like the Three Stooges. I don't know, but your ass somebody needs to say something about it, dude. I mean, D.L. Hughley put the thing up on his Instagram page, and he said if that was me, he said after my wife would have kicked my ass, the police would have kicked my ass, taking me to the hospital. I like that one, DL. But no, man, Kyle Kuzma right.
She gonna be all right though, cause them women, man, they fine.
Oh, she know all she got to do is
get her a lawyer. She gonna get her a lawyer. Gonna find a loophole.
Kim Kardashian and that prenup.
Gonna find a loophole. That prenup didn't take her when he smacked the shit out of me. Choke me out.
Yep, that clause that if you put your hands on me, I get to get $700 million.
Paying
And the pain was very painful. But Dana White, you are a freaking domestic violence woman beater. That's what you are. The video, it was on everywhere too. The police beat up the 12-year-old girl in the bus stop in Baltimore. He beat the little girl up. Now you a grown ass police, a whole grown ass police, like my little nephew be saying. A whole grown ass police beating up a 12-year-old little girl. How? In God's name, 216-939-5087, you can call in. The police beat up the 12-year-old girl. It's real bad out here, man, because, I mean, usually y'all just pull the gun out and shoot, but you didn't shoot because it was a girl, because it was a 12-year-old boy. You would have shot his ass. Cracker ass police. They talk, I was looking at something, they were talking about it on Dr. Phil, defunding the police and all that. You know, Dr. Phil, a Trump supporter, and he on that cracker shit too. You know, he talking all that stuff. Well, if I was police was to come up and arrest me, and they would just assault me, then Dr. Phil, they ain't gonna do that. You got security, you got a bunch of money, you got put on by Oprah. If Oprah would have put me on, I had me a damn show too besides this one. So Dr. Phil needs to shut up. You know, and then the one black lady from Oakland, she an activist in Oakland, she was saying something, and they were looking at her like she said something about their mama. Yeah. She just was telling the truth. She talking about how many black men was murdered by the police. You know, and I think they got mad because she said murdered and not killed. Or not shot in the line of duty. Some of that politically correct Joe Biden shit that don't nobody want to hear.
That ain't politically correct. That's just lies. Some of the lies that they telling. Straight up lies.
Donald Trump. Yeah. Damar Hamlin, released from Cincinnati Hospital, returns to Buffalo. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Thank you, God. We talking about you, God. We got you all in our life, man. You save us every day. See, I do it one day at a time, bro. Yeah. Flavor Flav, he doing it 1 year at a time. 1 year at a time. I don't know how you do it, but that ain't the way I was taught. Or I wasn't taught nothing. I was told when I came in here.
How you started out this year, Flav?
That means you got 3 years?
How did you start this year?
Woo. If you need addiction services, please get it. Because it don't work for everybody. It don't work until you want to work it. And Flavor Flav got his own plan. He got his own 12 steps. I know he's 13 stepping.
Oh, yeah.
He's 13 stepping at the airport, Spirit Airlines, cussing people out. Dana White is a freaking woman beater, and ESPN is fraudulent because they ain't said nothing about it. Stephen A. Smith. And anybody else on ESPN, they just sweeping it under the table. Yeah. But it's out there, and people know Dana White ain't no good. Fucking piece of shit.
Under the table, my man's gonna 71 points y'all on his ass.
And Donovan Mitchell had to take a drug test because he hit some baskets in a basketball game. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell said he came in the next day and they said, "Here you go, bro." Yeah. How you gonna give somebody a damn drug test because they scored 71 points? It's just because it was Cleveland. If that shit would have happened in Utah or Indiana or some damn hick town like that wasn't charging $60 for parking to go to the game, he wouldn't even been drug tested. Yeah. TCU and Georgia tonight for the national championship in football. Hey, the top 10. I'm moving into the basketball phase and watching more college basketball. But Purdue is number 1. The University of Houston is number 2. Kansas is 3. UConn is 4. Arizona is 5. Texas, who Chris Beard used to coach, that got fired for giving his wife the "I love you" symbol with her hands around her neck. They 6. Alabama 7. Your boys UT, they 8. Gonzaga 9, UCLA is 10. Ohio State Buckeyes is rated 24 in the country. Those are the top 10. We're going to give them to you every week in college basketball. Because before you look up, it's going to be March Madness. And FanDuel and MGM, BetGrand, and all that other stuff.
what's his name, was coaching at Vanderbilt. Somebody put that up.
Jerry Stackhouse. They played
Like,
Kansas the other day. I watched it. He was their coach last year.
I was like, what? I'm like, yeah,
Stackhouse, man, got Vanderbilt together, man.
Vanderbilt. I was like, ain't that so?
He got Vanderbilt together.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, Jerry Stackhouse with them big ass ears. Remember Jerry Stackhouse? But remember when he took the job? No, it wasn't him. It was Hubert Davis with the big ears that took the North Carolina job.
Yeah.
And he said, wasn't nobody thinking about this. We was talking about basketball in the press conference. He talking about his white wife. Because people don't like him because his white wife. Alfonso Ribeiro. But hey, cue my boy up, man. Can you please? I mean, because Hamlin going home, so we ain't got to worry about him. We going to pray for Peyton Hillis. I just need to hear Alfonso Ribeiro one time. We ain't got well, play Fat Joe then. We'll get to Fat Joe later. We'll get to Joey Crack later. But moving right along, the Browns fired Bernie Kosar, a freaking legend. They so dumb. They should make the Browns owner take a piss test and get drug tested. Him and his wife. Remember Trevor Bauer that was raping people that played for the Indians? Yeah. And then he went to Cincinnati and he went to the Dodgers. He from LA and they gave him that big giant ass contract to pitch. But then baseball made him sit out all last year because of the rape allegations. Because he was doing that little heart thing around women's necks when he was having sex with them. The Dodgers cut him. And they cut him loose. And he was supposed to get paid $280 million. Guess what? Trevor Bowers, you with Chris Beard, the coach that got fired from Texas. Y'all ain't getting no damn chips. Payday ain't every 2 weeks. I know. See, the thing with Trevor Bauer is, Trevor Bauer been in the major leagues for a while. He done made a lot of money because all baseball contracts are all guaranteed. All basketball contracts are all guaranteed. Football, the only thing that's guaranteed is Deshaun Watson's contract and everybody else's signing bonus. Now these guys signing contracts where they like sign for $300 million, they say $200 million is guaranteed, but you ain't gonna never see the rest of it. So, and Ronaldo gets $75 million or $25 million, $75 million a year, all guaranteed, and he played football, soccer. Yeah. So, who's smarter than who? But Trevor Bauer, the Dodgers cut him, man. Somebody gonna sign him, man. They could probably sign him to the league minimum. Martina Navratilova, the lady with the most majors, who Serena Williams just kept chasing and came up one short. Yeah. Martina Navratilova has cancer. I love Martina Navratilova. She was left-handed. When she came on the scene, ooh boy, Chris Everett took some ass whoopings. A whole lot of women took some L's fooling with her. Let me see. Don't want me to sing. And they said my girl, Gangsta Boo, died of an OD.
Yeah, that's what they were saying.
They were saying, but I don't know. I need to see toxicology, man, because I ain't gonna buy into that, man. Yeah. I don't think that, I know she passed away, but I'm not gonna run with the first thing they say.
Yeah, but she, they've been always used to be on that white, that powder and all kind of stuff. Man.
Yeah, I mean, and fentanyl everywhere, man.
She was even in that thing, remember that? But she was like, man, nah, that's messed up. Y'all putting that on me. Remember she was on that, her and her dude was on that, what was that, celebrity couple?
Oh, yeah.
And she remember she left, they left the show because they said they found the white powdery substance in her room.
Oh, man.
On that show.
Yeah,
but Soulja Boy on there smoking big blunt.
Every time you see him, he got a fucking blunt this long, like he is Jamaican roster, and they gonna kick Gangsta Boo him off the show. Man, these people are so full of it, man. But I don't believe those rumors. I want to see a toxicology test. Lil Keed had cancer. He had a form of cancer. That's what he died from. So, rest in peace, Lil Keed.
And dude overdosed. Big Scar.
Yeah, they said he overdosed.
And they said Gucci Mane wife had to bring the receipts because they said Big Scar sister won't give the 1017 chain back to Gucci because they said Gucci wouldn't pay for Big Scar wedding. I mean, for his funeral.
Oh, well.
Yeah, then I guess Gucci Mane's wife, first he said it wouldn't pay for Big Scar funeral because it was his wife's birthday. I don't know, black folks just, I don't know black folks, man.
Memphis, Tennessee, baby.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say about that. Memphis, Tennessee, baby.
Y'all be tripping. It ain't Gucci responsibility. I mean, anyway.
He should have saved his money and had life insurance.
Yeah.
Y'all need to buy some life
So
insurance.
now they gonna keep the chain because they don't like the chain. Because Gucci wouldn't pay for the funeral.
Yeah, well, Quentin Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin Miller, he supposed to be a songwriter.
Yeah.
He supposed to have wrote all this shit and produced shit for Drake.
Yeah.
Now, every week is a story like this. He say Drake ain't paid him his money. Now, you done did all this work, and the check wasn't in the mail?
Yeah.
Quentin Miller, what's his name? Quentin Miller, you lying. I thought it was some kid to Master P them, but he ain't no kid to Master P them. Because if he was kid to Master P, he would have got paid. Quentin Miller saying Drake did not pay him, and he said he wrote like a whole bunch of songs for Drake and produced a lot of Drake stuff.
Just like I know somebody wrote a song for the Vert, but it was just a few years ago. R.I.P. man. You know what
Rest in peace, baby.
Yeah.
Wrote some songs for the
Vert. Still ain't got paid. You ain't
well,
gonna get paid, bro. You ain't gonna get paid.
You ain't getting paid. If the check wasn't in the mail, oh well. That's what they tell me. Theophilus London, they found him.
Yeah.
He was missing for since Thanksgiving, I guess. I don't know where he was at. He probably was in the damn trap house getting high.
At church with Kanye.
With Kanye. They said they found Kanye in church. What church? I ain't seen no damn pictures. Him sitting up there in the front pew praying. Meek Mill got into it at the fight. At Gervonta Davis's fight this weekend. He get into it with these two up and coming boxers, the Russell brothers. Now Meek Mill,
he got into it with dude from $1 million worth of game, Wallow.
He got into it with him and the Russell brothers.
Yeah.
He just was looking for a fight.
Meek Mill always trying to get in. Meek Mill, hold up, man. You always be trying to get into something, but you never get into nothing. I always saw I be holding you back. Remember, you was supposed to got into it with 6ix9ine when you said y'all was in the parking lot. And it's like, me.
Hold me back, man. Hold me back, man. I'm going to kill him, man. Hold me back.
Cut it out without this almost fighting stuff, man. Just cut out fighting, then just stop it.
Well, just go make you some damn music and get out the way.
You're supposed to be stopping the violence. And
you fighting at everything.
Promoting fake violence, though, but you promoting fake violence.
You fighting at parties in Martha Vineyard, in Vegas, in parking lots.
Hey, none of your fights never fell through. They always be attempted fights. Attempts.
Hold me back. Hold me back.
Chill out or just get on.
That was funny. But Gervonta Davis, he wanted to fight. He 27-0. He left Floyd Mayweather. He said Floyd Mayweather wasn't worth shit. Was still in the money. He was doing the Don King. Yeah. Blueface, I'm tired of Blueface getting in brawls and fighting people and punching people. Y'all out there in L.A. Stop filming Blueface when he doing dumb shit. And like Hustle said about Meek Mill, Blueface needs to stop too. Because at least he in fights. He really in fights.
Who else need to show the opposite of Kodak? Blueface. That dude funny though, man. When he punched girl daddy, he said on Schoolyard Crip. That dude funny, man. That's a funny dude, man.
He in some shit every week and they be filming his.
He said on Schoolyard Crip, cuz.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. He from LA. Ain't nothing wrong with Schoolyard Crip gang, baby.
And pulled his pants up and walked out, man. I said, this dude funny, man.
He sucker punch people. Well, he don't sucker punch people. He just walk straight up to dude and punch him in the face.
He ran fast as hell to punch him in the face. And he said on Schoolyard Crip, cuz. I said, wow, that's funny, man. That's some funny stuff.
What's up with Kodak, man? Kodak been staying way, way, way out the way, man.
Yeah, he better. So,
Damn, Kodak.
He'll be
Boosie been laid back too. Boosie ain't been saying nothing the last few weeks either, man. I don't know what they problem is. What they might have been just chilling for the holidays.
Cause they know Kamala Harris and Joe Biden ain't got no party for them. Ain't no parties for them. Yeah.
But he gonna get one from Donald
Yeah.
Trump. I know you, and he don't even like Donald Trump. You know how most celebrities that be kissing Donald Trump's ass, they always with him like Kanye down in Mar-a-Lago. You ain't never heard of Kodak going down no damn Mar-a-Lago for nothing. But he let Kodak out.
Kodak grateful. Kodak let me out of jail.
Yeah, you know Kamala Harris.
Hey, Kamala Harris been locked my ass up and threw away the key. Yeah.
But yeah, she want to fly to Atlanta.
And meet little baby.
And meet little baby and talk to him.
Yeah.
But you want to lock Kodak up for sneezing. And because Kodak, like, she used to be the damn Attorney General of California. She was locking Crips up, Bloods up, Yolos up. She could lock my ass up. I better go over here in this corner and sit down somewhere. But you need a reality show. It ain't even going to be no reality show. It's just Kodak Black, period. And do what you do on the regular Kodak. We got a big camera right there. We'll come follow you around and film your ass, bro.
And we ain't gonna edit none of this.
We ain't editing nothing. We just showing it live and in living Kodak Black color. First and foremost, because this dude got to get a show, man. If he had a show, it'd be better than any reality show on TV right now. Yep. He'll get all the ratings. It'll be better than some regular TV shows. Yep. You talking about Blackish? It'll be Blackish.
It'll be better than the what's the name? It'll be better than the Kardashians.
Oh, he put Kardashians out of business. They want to be on his show or trying to marry him. But if Kodak get a show, it's gonna be the #1 show on TV. Yeah. Period. I don't give a damn what's on TV. Like your boy Prince William was on 60 Minutes last night, talking about his family and how they treated him, how they treated his woman. Yeah. First and foremost, let the Queen, let's let her rest for a minute, bro. Yeah. And Dave, if you listening, yeah, I'm talking about my girl, the Queen, again. She's dead. God rest her soul. God rest save the Queen.
Some of the white women over there from the London, the UK, the white women from over there, they ain't got no good dental plan, do they?
Oh no, but you could get dental for free. They don't be what's the name, man. They just be out. They be kicking it, man. They be at the pub. They be smoking hashish. Yeah. Because this one girl, when I was over there,
they dental be brown and all kind of oil.
Oh, it be like yellow and shit like that, man. Like that commercial. When I put this up next to my teeth, I'm like, damn. They put that shit up next to their teeth. They shit clean and what? But no. And when I was over there, and I'm like, I'm feeling, I'm so almost out there in my 20s then, baby. I was rolling like dice on a crap table in Vegas, man. Let me tell you. Yeah. There's no static radio. This the hustle and wax flow. We moving. 31st, from the 31st throughout the month of February, we gonna be on Tuesdays. Yeah. Cause hustle, I ain't never begrudged that man about getting his money, cause that's why he hustle harder. He gonna get his ends. Yeah. Rock Off, high school Rock Off gonna be going on. He worked that shit every year. Just like you can't wait till the Jazz Festival came.
Yeah. That's my main game right there.
Jazz Festival. But no. This was this one girl, man. She was sharp. Yeah. She was, white girl, English chick, and hourglass body, everything. Yeah. I'm looking at her, and I'm like, man, I'm about to get this right here. And I was like, I wonder why she's sitting by herself over there. I go over there to the table and I say something to her.
She been eating some glass.
Her front her two choppers in the front was kind of crooked like this, and one was broke, and they was yellow. And then she said something, and I was like, God damn, this bitch breath stank like a motherfucker. And y'all excuse my language, because y'all know this live and in living color. But when she opened up her mouth, she talked, she smelled like she just sucked somebody's dick out back before she came in the club. I'm just being honest, man. But she was fine until she opened up her mouth and she about ditched all. Her name was Jane. I'll never forget her. She had an hourglass body, and like you be seeing these. Well, now we got white women over here got ass. I don't know if they eating greens or what, but over there, there's white women. A lot of them, they got, man, they got freaking.
But I was seeing some interviews, and it's like everyone that I seen get to talking, man. It's like, dang, what's wrong with they dental plan over there, man? Like,
they got free everything, man. Free college, free dental, free hospital. They just don't go. You know the ones who go, because they got white teeth. Because I just was like, I mean, I was like, I'm about to hit this. Me and her about to go. I ain't staying in this damn club till no damn 2 o'clock in the morning. She smiled. Her shit was like this. I was like, ah, damn, baby. I see why you sitting over here by yourself now.
It was some bad situations going
But it's, yeah, cause then I used to kick it with this one girl. Her name was Eileen. And I don't know, cause my dude, Ricky Notes, from New Jersey, that was my boy, man. That young motherfucker was crazy. He'd drink MD 2020 and then chase it with some Tanqueray. To be 18 and dumb. But he was cool. That was my roommate. He was cool. He was kicking it with this one British girl. He liked him kind of chubby. She wasn't fat. She just was a little chubby. And so he said, man, I'm about to go down here because he didn't drive. So I'm like, all right, man, I'll take you down here, man. He said, yeah, he got a sister, some friends. So I'm driving the 4 in the flow Volkswagen Beetle, baby. Yeah. We getting there. And this chick, she like looking at me and looking at me and looking at me. And I'm like, what did you looking at? You don't even know me, baby. She said, well, I like you. You are very handsome. I was like, oh, okay. Well, what you want to do? Man, I was going over how, and this is the honest to God truth. We used to go over them girls' houses, them women. They was women. And they would take your shoes off, wash your feet, and it ain't the foot wash. This ain't the foot wash like we do. I used to be having my feet up all on their living room table and
down somewhere in Tuscaloosa.
A little south of Birmingham. But no, man, I'm like, and then she was cool because she helped me on my black market game because she was putting me on with these British dudes that smoked cigarettes, drank liquor. Yeah. And I was making like $400-500 a week. And it was like 81, 82, 83. Yeah. And the pound for every one British pound, you got like $2.78. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, we're going to do this. And she was bringing me her people. You know what they would pay for some Old Crow? A fifth of Old Crow. I go to the commissary and I pay $4 for it. Yeah. They'd give me $20 for it. You think I wasn't hustling?
Yeah. So you was
don't come off the base with no Captain Crunch.
They had you trapping out the bento.
I was trapping you know that. For real. But hey man, we was getting paid, man. Then you know dudes that don't smoke, don't drink. Yeah. But you cool with, hey man, let me get your ration card, man. Yeah. Oh, okay, here you go, buddy. Here you go. Thanks. Hey, thanks, man. If you ever need anything, if somebody bothers you, any black guys, let me know. Yeah. Right, here, buddy. I mean, I used to have ration cards. We used to get one per month. And I used to have stacks of them like this. Yeah. And we was making so much money. So much money. Yeah. And
that's how I'm out here with that FanDuel.
Ain't no wrong, man.
Them people that don't bet.
But then,
let me get on your account.
One thing about England, yeah. And back then, and they had betting shops like right in town. Yeah. And you could go in there and bet on anything from football, horse racing, whatever. And that's when I used to bet horses a lot, man. And them horses kicked my ass, bro. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'd rather be on FanDuel, man. And I knew how to bet the horses because I used to go out here.
They got the horses on here too on FanDuel. I just ain't hip to the horse game.
Oh, you got to get hip to the horse, man. The horse game better than the parlay. Yeah. Win, place, or show. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I ain't hip to the horse game.
But where's he at? Where's Kanye at?
I ain't been to the Kentucky Derby yet.
Oh, that ain't no but a party. But the horse game, man, it's cool. I think, cause like when football and basketball winding down, forget baseball. Bet on horses. You know, but you got to study the horse game. You gotta have the betting sheet. You gotta study them horses, man. That's the thing about it. But if you study them, man, you hit a trifecta. Woo, on like some 6 to 7 to 1 odds. Shit, excuse my language. Y'all, I know y'all say I cuss too much, but oh well. When you hit a trifecta, shit. Especially if you hit it at the Derby or at the Breeder Stakes, one of them. Ooh wee.
What happened to Alfonso? He's always seemed pretty at peace.
Alfonso Ribeiro. Then he started rapping. Okay, y'all, that's Alfonso Ribeiro, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Cairo 10. This is No Static Radio. This is the voice of the revolution. That was a little staticky, but that was Alfonso Ribeiro, but he was bringing the damn noise. Because Alfonso Ribeiro, I wonder where he was at when he was doing that. It wasn't Vegas.
No, but I never been there, man.
That would have been nice. Because Alfonso Ribeiro, and then I need to find out what year that was. Because he been married to his wife for a minute.
I need to be there.
Because I'm like this. Alfonso Ribeiro, you got a fine white wife at the house. You talking about, there's some fine white pussy in here.
Whoever had his phone recorded that, that's like, this is gold right here.
Oh, Rich, they sold it straight to TMZ. Oh, Alfonso Ribeiro, man. You know, I used to talk about you, man.
They probably got that backed up on so many computers and flash drives that they have. They like, but I ain't never
let this one get away. That's just like when I got my nephew on Judge Judy. I ain't never letting it get away. I told my one little nephew, when I pass, I'm going to give you my phone, and I want you to keep this. Keep this about your Uncle Marcus. Because you must keep this about your Uncle Marcus. He was on Judge Judy. And when you go on Judge Judy, they get paid. Because Judge Judy the other day, I was watching her. And dude was supposed to give his ex-girlfriend the dog back. Because he took the dog from her when they were living together. And it was a dog. And because he had a new chick with him. And Judge Judy asked him, where you from? You know, she trying to find out so he can get, you know. He said, I'm from here. Judge Judy looked at him. She said, oh, you from Los Angeles? Okay. She said, well, whatever, you need to give her that dog in a week. So when she hit the gavel, and dude said, now he forgot he got a hot mic on him. I ain't giving her no damn dog. Judge Judy stopped and turned around. She said, what you say? She said, what you say? He said, I ain't say nothing. Now you want to get smart. You think you slick now. Judge Judy said, hold on for a second. Judge Judy went, looked at the paperwork, found out he from Seattle, Washington. Him and his broad. So she came back out there, and Officer Bird, he was like, now we back in session now. Y'all we back in session. She said, yo, you from Washington State. You from Seattle. Why'd you lie to me? Now, you know, they get paid to go on there. They pay for their airfare, you know,
hotel,
all that. They give you a couple of $1,000. I want to go on Judge Judy. But she said, he's not getting paid. She said, told the producer, don't give him no money. Let him get home the best way he can. Now, his ass be trapping in L.A. for real. Because he trying to get him back and his woman back to Seattle. Judge Judy said, don't give him a dime. Then she said, case dismissed.
Yeah.
With a little sweet old ass. Dude, man, you don't know. It's her show.
Yeah.
Just like if somebody come in here tricking, talking nonsense. Like say Bud walked in here now. And he started talking like he's still part of this shit here. No. We cut your mic and we're going to let you know you got to go. It's point blank period. TCU played Georgia tonight for the national championship.
Yeah.
The University of Michigan ass up north.
Yeah.
They got brought up on NCAA violations, the football team. They got level 1 on Jim Harbaugh. They got 2 or 3 level 2s. So they about to go on probation. But Jim Harbaugh, he a coward. So if he run back to the NFL and take a job in the NFL, the violations won't affect him. But it'll affect the school and the football program. So Michigan, y'all get to the damn playoff 2 years in a row and got y'all ass whooped 2 years in a row. And now y'all going on probation. So, and I don't know who the hell Quentin Miller is. I'm going to say this again, but if you wrote songs for Drake and the check wasn't in the mail before you put the pen to the paper, you a damn fool. What's his name? Matt Critter. He part of 1017.
Yeah.
They brought him up on some murder charge. He done shot somebody and killed somebody in Memphis. What wrong with my Memphis people, y'all?
Yeah.
Man, like they be saying, man. So, I guess Gucci Mane done took his 1017 chain. Because he can't wear that in jail. Because he in the county. He in Shelby County Jail. And they say they got him good on some murder charges. So, Gucci Mane, his crew ain't never gonna fall apart because he got some nice people. He got what's your girl name? Glorilla.
Nah, that's what's name got her.
Who Glorilla with? She with the boys in Atlanta?
Yo Gotti.
Yeah, they fucking hate each other, don't they?
Yeah.
But no, but Gucci, he still got a nice ass lineup, bro.
Yeah.
You know, and then if worse come to worse, he can put some of his own shit out.
What's his name? There's none of his. He trying to keep going to Memphis. That's his problem. Every rapper that he got, there's none.
From Memphis
is Memphis.
And they all get in trouble or
Pooh
shot.
Shiesty to every single one.
How many months did they give Pooh Shiesty? 87?
Yeah,
under 29?
It was some high months. But he'll probably be out pretty soon because they letting people out now within like about 5 years.
Oh, they let them out so they can reel them back in. They get shot and killed out here in these streets. Y'all need to put them guns down, man.
So Pooh Shiesty, he might be out by the time he's about 23.
Okay, yeah, 'cause he was real young, man.
Yeah.
When they got him, man.
And what's his name I was read about that, Big Scar. And he was like, man, when Big Scar was on an interview, he was like, the first song he came out with, Gucci heard and he liked. And he was like, before he even knew who he was. And then he was like, yeah, Gucci called me and was like, yeah, such and such. And then he said he went to Pooh Shiesty and was like, man, this dude, Big Scar, check him out. And Pooh Shiesty was like, man, my cousin.
We in there then.
It was like, yeah, and he was like, then Gucci called me. He's like, yeah, Gucci didn't even know that me and Shiesty were cousins. It was like, yeah, so you knew.
Well, look at it like this. Fat Joe didn't discover him. He just took him to Gucci Mane and said, look, man, he the next big thing right here. He ain't discovered Pooh Shiesty or Big Scar. He just introduced him to Gucci Mane while he was hiding out in Memphis.
Love and I got nothing but respect for everybody in Miami. But I believe this time, 2 people are right. I believe 2 people are right. And that's it. I just want to come on here and say my piece, brother. Yeah, man.
I'm going to go to school, man. I want to go back to school and just like, look, man, I believe 2 people are right.
Yeah, you take that shit to an English professor or take it to a logic class. This old lady, when I was taking logic,
I can be right, too.
I was told that 2 people could be right about the same thing, and one of them wrong. We know one of them wrong. That lady would look at me and say, Aristotle, he wouldn't have said no dumb shit like that, bro. I mean, Aristotle.
Yeah, but Fat Joe said it, though.
But Fat Joe said it. He a modern age philosopher.
The book of Jose said 2 people can be right. On this one.
Woo! Fat Joe, Joey Cracks, we love you. No, we don't. We hate New York. I do. Fuck New York. Matt Schultz. If you hit the Caged Elephant, they like a little smooth alternative band. They've been out for a minute. They was gonna be playing a show in New York. I guess he got the word about New York was a little rough. Somebody had to snitch. Cause when they do this, the police, and they say police at your hotel, and you a star, and they come in and they find 9 guns. You got Mac 10s and 8-47. What you need that for? You play guitar, man. They took all his guns and arrested him. What's his name? Remember we talked about this idiot like Keith Stanfield?
Yeah.
I don't know what we talking about him, but he's a freaking idiot. I think he was defending R. Kelly or something. And I got some R. Kelly business in a minute too. We don't do news, we do business, and we don't speculate.
Yeah.
That's why I asked how many months Pooh Shiesty got. I just couldn't say he had 87 months. I know he locked up, and I know Kodak Black. You for real about that? You know Kamala Harris ain't giving his ass no pardon. He let him mess up if he want to. Thinking Joe Biden gonna give you a stimulus. He gonna give you a stimulus, all right. 3 cents a day. But Keith Stafford, he supposed to be engaged to some woman and found out his side piece pregnant, so she decided to go see the other woman and tell her.
Oh man.
So he's stupid. Whatever, I can't remember what we talked about. I mean, I could go back and look him up. I got the information right here, but he's stupid. I mean, how you gonna be all engaged at your engagement party, and the what's her name, your pregnant other chick come up and introduce herself?
And don't stay in her lane.
Yeah, why you out the lane, baby? Ain't no lane. This ain't even 8-line highway. This 2 dirt roads. You can do what you gotta do. Patrick Clark. Patrick Clark is the one of the dudes who raised up and was shooting and they killed my boy from Migos.
Yeah.
He got out on $1 million bail.
Yeah,
you see the shit they were saying on Instagram?
Yeah.
They say he'd be better off in jail. Cause they were saying he ain't gonna make it out here on these streets.
But they said somebody didn't even know who they posted it for. Said this anonymous person posted $1 million.
Jay Prince.
Yeah.
That's who did it. They speculate. Now that's speculation, but I will agree with that speculation because dude ain't had no damn $1 million or 100,000. He ain't no 100,000.
They said what's the name was in on. That's who his security was with. I don't know when Finesse 2 times shot up the club in Knoxville. His security shot the club and they took
you
the
sure
bag.
sent me that, man. They took the bag, man.
His mama took the bag. They said that was Mild Ties, the security. So Finesse 2 times with Mild Ties.
Oh, he's Jay Prince now?
Yeah.
Well, all I know is you sent me that video and I'm like,
Finesse 2 times.
and then dude them talking,
That's your name, though. I'm like, how the hell?
Dude kept saying he looked like a bulldog.
Yeah.
And nothing against the LGBTQ people, we love y'all.
He said he like a stud.
He said, yeah, like a stud. He kept saying he looked like a stud. I'm like, what the fuck is they talking about? They just stole the bag. His mama stole the bag. His security started to fight as the distraction.
But this is funny because I see on Instagram he had some outfit on and somebody else from a whole completely different state was like, what's this stud? But when you look at it, though, he do look like a stud.
His dude kept saying that. And then he was like, y'all just come back and let's fight. He said, I don't care about the bag. You know, because the spot they was at, they said a pretty peaceful spot. Who was there before? He said when somebody was there, he said they ain't had no trouble. He got the running names off. Who did he say was there?
But they said the response time was no time because they was already waiting. The cops was already waiting on it.
Well, If he was his security was with Jay Prince, they say they always on some nasty.
But you should have known what was up. They said that they didn't want nobody in the club with guns for his security.
Got guns.
I was like, no, man, we ain't gonna play that game. You should have known the finesse was coming.
But and he finessed them all right 2 times. They shot the spot up and they got away with the bag.
And y'all paid him 26.
And he got his money up front. Quentin Miller. Mm-hmm. Maybe you better go shoot the club up or something, bro, because they got the popping in that little. I'm like, what the hell? That's what done sent me now. I'm looking at it. I looked at it about 5 times.
So it's even not said. Even the news was like,
yeah. It was on the news in Knoxville.
Yeah, the news has said it like, yeah, it wasn't us. It wasn't nobody. It's like we don't want that people in our community coming to make our community. Because everybody, when I first read it, so I was like, man, everybody was like, man, here we go. Knoxville acting up again. Like, nah, finesse 2 times, though. Fake stunt,
yeah,
shot the club up.
He made a move. He finessed him 2 times. Shot the club up, man, and stole the money. His mama stole the money. His mama. Mm. First of all, family.
I'll ask my mama go hit some licks with me.
My rest in peace, but we could hit some licks the way they're going out in Nama. I love you. Hey. Yeah. And
all we gotta do is find a couple of people to go to take us some go down, man. Like y'all, man, go on. Shoot the club.
They got the shooting and everything. I'm like, what hustle done sent me? And then dude comes talking about he look like a stud. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. This 22 finesse, man. This 2-time finesse, 2X, man. What's up with that, man? For real, man.
No, that was the funniest part.
How you gonna let them Memphis dudes come down there and steal the bag, man?
The white girl said, his mama took my bag. His mama. I'm like, damn, he took his mama on next. Damn.
Well, if they with Jay Prince, man.
That's 2 times for real.
And then how you gonna say you can't bring guns in the club, but you let people bring guns in the club?
But my security gonna be armed.
The other team gonna bring guns. You know, you should have knew something was funny then, bro. You should have knew. All I know is this woman was saying, his mama took my money. Yes, she sure did. 70,000. I bet y'all ain't going down to Memphis trying to get it back.
It's like you going to the damn hood. Be like, my crew can have guns, but your crew can't have guns.
And y'all sign off on it, yeah. Playground flip, baby.
Y'all can post up here, but y'all can't have no guns, but we can't have guns. Like, all right. You made all your money yet? Yeah. All right, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is. You know what time it is. When they say you know what time it is, you know you better go on and give it up. Like Marvin Gaye said, you got to give it up. When that's universal, ain't it? When the stick-up man say, you know what time it is.
I just can't see that conversation happening. It's like, yeah, we gonna come in here though, but
my security got to have guns.
Your security. I know y'all got security in the club and everything, but we ain't gonna have that. I'm gonna bring my own security, and they gonna be armed. Only my security gonna be armed.
And they shoot the club up. Man, go on, man. When I seen it, I immediately turned to the Knoxville News. And when I turned, bam, they were just talking about it. I was like, man, hustle, man, what y'all doing down there, bro?
No, man.
Like, I know you up here and everything, but you still got your hookups and you got your lines of communication open. What they doing? I mean, first of all, ain't dude from Memphis?
Yeah, Memphis.
How you gonna invite somebody to come? Dude said he came all the way across state to steal the bag. Looking like a stud. I'm like, man, he kept saying that, man. I was rolling, man.
But he just got out not too long ago, within the year. He ain't been out a whole year yet. But
well, girl must have put him on then.
They say that's what happened too in Arkansas. The same thing happened in Arkansas, but like 8 people got shot. Like the shooting started, which happened to be his security.
Well, first of all, you ain't going. And it was a Little Rock.
Yeah.
You ain't different people in Little Rock gonna have their guns.
Yeah, I believe it was Little Rock.
Little Rock gonna have their guns, baby.
Like, man, how he pull off the same He pull
move.
out the same finesse.
That's his finesse move, man. 2 times, baby.
2 times.
Knoxville, Memphis. He gonna have to change his name to 3 times when he go down there and hit Charlotte. No. Well, you know what? We gonna be talking about him. He gonna be in the dead rapper section of this program. One day trying to finesse somebody. R. Kelly, man. Did you read R. Kelly? He said, what's the girl name that died in the plane crash? Leia?
Yeah.
That he married when she was 12 or 14. He thought he was Jerry Lee Lewis, didn't he?
Yeah.
They say
Elvis.
the reason why his parents didn't press the issue, go to court or nothing, R. Kelly signed over the rights to his first 3 albums to them.
Yeah, I seen that. Signed over his masters
to them. So they still making money, huh?
I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, and when I read it, I was like, because then, you know, her parents ain't never came out and said anything. Now, her aunt was the one pressing the issue about him and her. And then the other lady was pressing the issue. What's her name? She was a singer at one time from the 80s. She fell off. What was her name? Because R. Kelly was having sex with her little cousin who was underage. His little cousin was supposed to be the one in the video.
Yeah, Sparkle.
Sparkle, her.
But I don't know. They say he signed over the first 3.
Yeah, he signed over the masters for his first 3 records over to her family, her mother and father, and they shut up. But I still ain't heard him say nothing about this shit.
That.
That's kind of,
he probably gave her money. He told her, look, I'm going to make her a star, and told y'all that. And
he did.
What it was. Yeah, I don't believe he ain't signed over no first 3 albums.
The first 3 is the first 3 the most money makers.
I'll give her what she's supposed to get on this album right here and introduce
her
to Timber.
I ain't gonna do her like TLC.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna do the Puffy or the Babyface.
But I ain't about to sign over it.
Yeah, I read that. I said, that's kind of interesting there, to say the least.
Because he wouldn't have been able to make moves. He wouldn't have been able to make pedophile moves without no money. I don't know. It just don't add up.
Yeah, something wasn't right about that, man. But I had to write it down in my notes, man. And
I know y'all be saying a lot of stuff on the internet, though. But I don't think y'all.
Yeah, that I ain't got no verification.
I think that information might have came from Fat Joe.
Fat Joe, we got to get out of here. We gonna close with Fat Joe.
I think Fat Joe might would have said that, though.
Well, all I know is this.
I believe this, son. 2 people are right. I believe 2 people are right.
Yeah.
And
And
I just want to come on here and say my piece, brother.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe 2 people was right.
2 people is right.
Yeah.
Well, Fat Joe, I thank you for that. Because the Book of Jose, you should call that the Book of Jose the Philosopher. Because, boy, that shit you just came up with, Aristotle, what's that one? Pythagoras, his theorem. I can't think of dude's name, but them dudes right there didn't think of that. And they philosophers from way back. They was rappers from way back before you discovered hip hop, Fat Joe.
Be like, I know, Fat Joe try to trick people. He try to guess that New York shit, though.
That half-ass think you slick New York shit that don't work.
Like, yeah, you don't know it, man. 2 people right on that. They just agree with that shit, Fat Joe, man.
Luke was looking at him like, man.
Dead, bro. Yeah.
Luke, like, if I was 10 years younger, I'd stomp you. Fat Joe, man. Oh, the Golden Globes coming on. And you seen the commercial dude on there, he gonna be hosting?
Yeah.
For a minute, I thought Fat Joe was gonna be hosting the Golden Globes. I was like, thank God. They got somebody else.
I'm tired of this stuff, though, man. It's like they just, like, tokening up black people now. It's like, come on, man.
Well, yeah, because they putting, since the slap, every award show got a black host.
Tokening up black folks.
Man, everybody got time for that.
Let's get a black host.
Yeah,
make them
a black comedian.
Yeah, come on.
Let them talk and tell jokes. Yeah, until they start telling jokes about white people. Yeah. I want to close with this, man.
Somebody put that on Facebook. Say that's some funny shit. Say why why white people don't sell plates. Can somebody comment? Because our credit good enough to buy a restaurant. That's some funny stuff, man.
The internet ain't shit. Y'all need to get a decent internet out here. I remember when it was nice.
Yeah.
Now that thing that look at that shit, y'all heard that? Read that shit again, man. Did y'all see that shit Hustle just said? Listen to this, y'all. Listen to this.
You said why white people don't sell plates. Then somebody say because our credit is good enough to open a restaurant.
So what y'all saying about black people's credit? All I want to know.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I don't know.
Good old
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
catfish plate. Good old catfish meatloaf plate.
Woo! Juicy food.
Yeah.
What's juicy seafood?
Seafood ball plate.
Let me say this, man, before we go. Thank everybody for tuning in to No Static Radio. This is the voice of the revolution. This is the Hustle and Wax Flow. Y'all need to come on now. Get with the program. I want to say Trauma Recovery Center is there for people, man, that's going through something, man. 216-644-5487. That's the Trauma Recovery Center. You know, 24/7. They can give you the tools to help rebuild your life and your health. If COVID ain't went nowhere. Hustle over there. Hustle, you want to say something? You just play Fonso Ribeiro. I don't care because if we offended you in any way, we apologize wholeheartedly.
Hey, we'll be back
Next week.
What I want to say is get this money, TCU. Let's get these touchdowns going. I want to say
Sports betting is legal in the state of Ohio.
Hey.
What we going out with?
I don't know. What we doing?
Y'all want to go out with the Whispers again? Ain't nothing wrong with the Whispers. No, let's go out with something hard. I don't know what Lil Baby got going on. We done listened to Lil Baby already though. Lil Baby, he ain't got up yet. He's still in the driveway.
He been over there, man. He been doing what he's supposed to.
Yeah, he getting his bags in Dubai, man. Look, the baby doing all right. He ain't no fool. All he gotta do is don't shoot nobody over there.
Got some new song out. I ain't even heard his new song.
But yeah, cause I read. I mean, he had something. He had something coming out. Dana White, you a wife beater. Let's go out to the police. This is a song the police got.
Yeah.
What's that song, man? It is like, not the doo da da da. Not that. I love that song though.
Don't stand so close to me.
That's that one. That's the Lume song. Yeah, let's go out with it in honor of Lume. That sounds like some black lady from Mississippi, don't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Miss Lume, can I get some of that catfish? No, I go over the restaurant. I'm white. We going out with the police, man, because all I want to know, she said, you see how much she put on her finger?
Yeah.
She put this much on her finger, didn't even cover up the whole damn thing. And she talking about you can put it under your tits, you can put it in your butt cheek, you can put it between your toes.
Yeah. Or you could just use some soap and water. Take a shower.
And like Red Fox say, you got to watch them wild hickory nuts, fellas. Yeah, but this No Static Radio, man. This the Hustle and Wax Flow. We about to go. But in fact, Joe, two people can be right about the same thing. Cause you got me believing that shit, Fat Joe. Bye. I got something to do, y'all.
I know the song right here.
We'll see y'all next week. Oh, we ain't going out with the police?
No, I was gonna do this one.
We'll do the police next week. Or the week after. We should play some U2 in this fucker, man.
I'm trying to find some.
I know I might be offending people sometimes, but you know what? This is to educate you and entertain you. This is to make you aware of what's going on out here in the world. We got our young audience, we got our middle audience, we got our older audience. But the thing is, we're going to get back to where we give y'all like love and the educational stuff like that. It just be too much shit happening. When we walk out of here every Monday, before I get home, there be some shit done happen, man. So I got to start writing shit down, and I'm just like, we gonna get back to the educational stuff. We're gonna be telling y'all how it is. We'll talk about the gun violence again. We ain't talking about the 6-year-old in Virginia that shot the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
The 6-year-old in Virginia. His teacher asked him to do something he didn't want to do, and he brought a pistol to school and shot her. She's probably still in critical condition. And both his parents need to be in jail for life. And his little ass need to go to jail until he's 21. I don't care if he's 6. I do not care if he's 6. He shot this woman because he ain't got no discipline in his life. Obviously, he ain't got no parents that care in his life, and they not aware of what's going on in their house. Because if a 6-year-old can get a gun, they can get it off the block. This ain't Chicago we talking about. We talking about Virginia. Was it Richmond? It was somewhere around there because it was too far from Mason, where Mason lived. But the 6-year-old shot the teacher. Come on, man. What is our freaking society going? It's turning into, man. The 6-year-old shot the teacher.
I always told him, man, it's easier to get a gun than it is a pack of cigarettes.
Yeah, and you used to go buy a pack of cigarettes with a note.
Yep.
Auntie give you a note and a bag of potato chips, and you keep the change. And you could be 6, walking up the street. You ain't looking both ways, crossing the street or nothing.
Yep.
You just happy you got to keep the change. And you trying to get them cigarettes home to your aunt. Yep. Salem 100s in the box.
Winston's. That was the big Winston for me.
Winston's, boy, Winston's, man. You know how much a pack of Winston's went for in England at that time? And I would do a whole show about the black market one day, because the black market is alive and moving nowadays. But for a carton of Winston's, $3.50 at the commissary. You take that bitch off base with that bottle of old granddad, a carton of nasty ass Winston's. You would get $35 for a carton. Back then, I know nowadays they probably get 50 because the cost of living don't went up. Eggs cost too much, y'all.
I remember I used to go get it from my grandma. I'd be like 8 years old.
Going to the store with a note.
Yeah, I didn't need no note. They just go in there. They knew me. They knew you, Miss Brown's grandson. Yeah, I ain't need no note. Go down and get me a pack of Winston's and get you a hot dog or something.
Hey, man, them was the good old days, bro. Them was the real good old days, man. This No Static Radio, man. They give us a chance to reminisce. What we going out with, man? I got to get out of here, man.
Old school.
I got some donuts I got to deliver. Yeah. Oh, this is a classic right here. Player, Baby Come Back.
Yeah.
This is a classic, bro.
I said we go after this. I feel like I'm on my player mode.
See y'all next week. No Static Radio, the voice of the revolution. This player from the day. Back in the day. Hustle over there, wax over here, and neither one of us drinking no beer. Spend all my
nights going out of town. Doing anything just to get you off of my mind. When the morning comes, I'm right back where I started again. Trying to forget you was just a waste of time. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. on, wearing a mask of false bravado, trying to keep up a smile and hide the tears.
They might try to strike us.
But as the sun goes down,
Old school
empty
petty.
feeling again.
This classic right here, bro.
I wish to God that you were here. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. Now that I put it all together, give me the chance to make you see that you used up all the love in your heart. Nothing left for me. Nothing left for me. Baby, come back. Any kind of fool could see there was something in everything about you. Baby, come back. Listen, you can blame it all on me. I was wrong, and I just can't live without you. I was wrong, and I just can't live.
This is the best part right here, boy. I mean, it's a great song. It's a classic. But dude, get it in.